Hey everybody, it's Kim, and today I'm here to talk to you about running free groups to build your business. It is super, super important to be running a free group every month, and it's something that I think you should continue on well beyond when you're a new coach. But especially for new coaches, it's crucial to your business because at the beginning, all entrepreneurs they have to let people know like how valuable the services that they offer and why it is that they deserve somebody's business. And so at the beginning, although it can be frustrating to feel like you're working for free, it's so important to building trust with your clientele, so those potential customers. So you got to keep in mind that with health and fitness, people have been trying to lose weight and get the results they want maybe their whole life, and they've started and stopped so many things and tried this and tried that, and they've been victim of sales gimmicks and people that said this was going to be what gave them the results and it wasn't, because what we know is ultimately a healthy lifestyle is going to be the only thing that helps them lose the weight, get healthy, and keep it off. And so what we're here to provide them with is a service that keeps them accountable and motivated until they get those results and gives them the information that they need, the nutrition emphasis, all that stuff. But we know that people need to learn how to make exercise and clean eating a consistent part of their life. And so in order to help make that, in order to help them see what we offer and the value of a challenge group, we need to be running free groups all the time. And what's awesome is that you can be plugging people into your free groups that are potential clients, like, people just out there that are social, on your social network that are friends that might not know that you're coaching, or people who know that you're coaching, but they're not really sure what you're doing. Or it's a great thing to use to invite, to practice inviting on, because you don't have to worry about feeling like you're asking somebody to pay for anything. So as a new coach, inviting can be scary, but inviting to a free group is a lot easier because you're just like, hey, girl, I'm not sure if you saw, I recently started getting into coaching as a health and fitness coach. I've made some positive changes in my lifestyle that have made a really big difference in how I feel every day and how I look and in my energy, da, da, da. And I'm really excited to be sharing the things that I've learned so far in a free, 5-day or 7-day group starting next week. I'll be sharing like a meal plan and recipes, and you get free access to every Beachbody program that's ever been created, along with motivation and accountability every day. Does this sound like something you would be interested in, or does it sound like something you'd be interested in, or know anybody who might be, or whatever? And that would be like a sample invitation to a group like this. And so it's a much easier kind of copy and paste and send it to a bunch of people, or just also practice making an advertisement. And I usually do both, and I'll talk about that. So it's good practice as a coach, but it's also just so important to be building trust, because if you think about it, you sign up as a coach, and yesterday you were, Stacy, and today you're Coach Stacy. Well, these people are like, okay, well, just yesterday, she didn't even work out, and all of a sudden she's a coach. How do I know that she can help me? And so we need to show them what these challenge groups are all about and how we can help them. And we need them to we need to build that trust. And so I think not only is it important to always be offering something for free, adding free value into people's lives. As a coach, that's what I want my page and all of your pages to be like every day. I want our personal pages to be something that people can go to and know it's going to be positive, know that they can check back and get great recipes, that they can get free tips. Like, I want people to know that my page is something that's there to add free value to their life. And so we should always be checking every post before we post it. Is this something that's adding value? Whether it's adding humor, adding like a faith perspective, adding like a a wisdom piece, or adding something that's going to motivate them, or whatever. So it's super, super important to be doing our best, giving our best, putting our best foot forward in these groups, that we are staying really energetic. We got to put a lot of energy into free groups, more than our regular groups, because when people sign up for free, they didn't put money on the line, so they don't really care if they don't get anything else. So a lot of people will sign up and not even do anything. So it's our job to like speak to them in these posts, to pull at their heartstrings, to pull out that why, to remind them of their why, and to reach out to them. Sometimes I like to reach out to people halfway through the group and say, hey girl, I noticed you haven't really been posting yet. Did you get to the store to get those, are you doing any clean eating? Sometimes it's just that they're not posting. Other times they just had bad timing, they couldn't get started. But I just do my best to connect with people, to help them, motivate them through the group. And I'm always, of course, looking for those potential great challengers, the people who are posting all the time, that are just loving it, that are nailing it, that are liking the workouts. And I know that they'd be somebody that would thrive in a challenge group. And so I'm going to follow up with them and see if I can invite them to the next group. And hopefully they'll join me, if not now, in the future, or maybe now. Who knows, one day they might be interested in coaching. But it's so, so important that new coaches understand that the emphasis should not be on the fact that we're hoping that they're going to join us. I mean, we want them to join us hopefully one day, but we are there to add free value with no strings attached. And it makes it easier when you do that to have no expectations. You won't feel let down when you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm working for free. I know one of the toughest things for me as a new coach was the fact that I felt like I was working for free at the beginning for the first 2 or 3 months. I felt like everybody already had the 21-day fix and just wanted to be added in my group for free. I felt like I would spend time talking to people, giving them information, all to find out that they would then go and order the program through Beachbody and then want me to coach them. And so I was frustrated, and I do understand if you're there, but I stayed consistent with these free groups, and it started to pay off. I was already getting like my first challenger from our free group by the second month. By the third, I had a couple, and there are people who continue to follow me and are still telling me they're interested from my very first free groups that I still hope will join me one day. So I have gotten coaches from them. I've gotten a lot of customers from them, and I've built some great relationships and even some friendships that started in a free group. If you're watching this call, if you are one of Stephanie's coaches, or if you're just on the team, you know who Stephanie is. She's one of my top coaches now, and she and I first connected in a free cleaning group. She lost 5 pounds in like 5 days and decided to continue on as a challenger and as a coach. And she's been amazing ever since and is now one of my absolute best friends. So the free groups, I just don't underestimate what's possible from running them. But do remember that we're not there asking for anything in return. It's completely free, and we just want to give our best. This is where you get to show your true colors as a coach, show who you are, show what you're capable of, show what kind of a coach you are and person you are. They're going to get to know you and connect with you in this group, and they're hopefully going to fall in love with you. And that really, even more than the service you provide, is going to be why they want to join you. But of course, you want to make that content great as well. So let's talk a little bit about when to advertise. I'm going to try to talk really fast so this video isn't long, and I want to show you kind of everything about how to get a free group advertised for, started, and this and that. So when do you advertise? When you want to run a free group, it's important that you know what your start date is, and it should be probably the first week of every month. That's when I like to do mine, because that way when the time the group wraps up, you can do some follow-ups. You still have like a week before your next challenge group is starting in the third week of the month or the end of the month, that you can hopefully have that time to transition them over. And when you think about it, if you're running a free group in the first part of the month, and let's say you start a challenge group, you're going to be sharing like results, transformation Tuesdays from people, recognizing the challengers in your group. And now that these people are your friends, or now that they're seeing your posts because you're interacting with them in a free group, then they're going to be watching and seeing like, oh, look at that. Like one of, her challengers just lost 5 pounds or just lost 10 pounds. And, oh, she's advertising for a coach sneak peek. What's this coach thing all about? So, they're seeing stuff now more, and that's important. And when we're advertising for our challenge groups, they're seeing that. And so they know there's a way for them to continue on. And some coaches, even in their clean eating groups or fitness groups, they're free ones at the end, they'll say, I run free challenge groups every month that are 30-day groups to help you reach your goals. These ones are a little bit more of a commitment and investment is involved. You will love your results. You will love these groups. This was just kind of a little taste of what those are like. If you enjoyed this experience and want to continue on, let me know or comment below, because I've got 5 spots that are reserved. My spots go fast, but I'm reserving 5 of them for the people in this group if anybody does want to continue on. So some coaches do that, offer kind of first dibs to the clean eaters. So anyways, you want to advertise anytime. Let's say your start date is like March 6th. You know that if it's starting on a Monday, your preseason is going to start probably on Friday. So you want to advertise usually for a free group about a week before it's starting. That gives you time that if your first ad doesn't go well, you have a few days to invite, to try to advertise in some free group, some maybe garage sale sites if it's allowed, or something like that, moms groups if it's allowed. And that way then you have some time to still fill your group before you've got to have it created and people plugged in and get started on preseason. So advertise, run your free groups in the first week of the month if you can, hopefully no later than the second, and make sure that you are advertising about a week before. So how do you advertise? You take a picture of yourself. So not a bag of Shakeology, not portion fix containers, really, but just a picture of you after a workout, or a picture of you holding a bowl of fresh fruits and vegetables. Okay, Sean, can you call Malala? A picture of, she loves the camera. Whenever I'm literally making a recording, she always, call Malala. So call her again. She wants to be in front of the camera. So excited. So Pibbles. So you want it to just be, or what you can do, I'm going to share my screen with you really fast. When I was a new coach, I had absolutely no idea how to post, to advertise for one of these, and I didn't have any examples. One of the first things I did was I went to Google and I pulled up free clean eating group. Okay. This is everything you do as a coach. So look at this. This is great. So I go to images and I look right here and I see free 5-day Eat Clean challenge. Learn all the basics, meal plan, recipes, accountability, and fun. It's clean. The person's website is up there. Or something like this. This tells you what you're going to get. And most importantly, it tells you the start date. And what I like that she did here is she put that starting here, and then she put invite 2 or more friends, create a free account, comment, done. And so in her post, I'll bet you she put a link to create a free account with her, and I'll show you how to do that anyways. But I also really like this one. This one's super simple. The only thing I would say is that you need to have the date at the bottom of this, like starting Monday, March 6th or something. But there's just some fresh foods, and it's saying that it's a free group. Maybe adding your picture somewhere up at the top would be good, or somewhere over here. And you can do that with PicMonkey. You can even create some of these in your own was I going to say, in Photofy and stuff like that. I would show you some of mine. I tried pulling them up before this, and for some reason they're not pulling up on my phone. So there's one with a picture, but I don't really love that one. You guys, you can do something as simple as this in Photofy, like a picture of you, recipe, shopping list, workouts, clean eating tips, support, accountability. So this just gives you tons of ideas. So you guys feel free to peruse and browse around and pull up something, do something like that. It's just, you want it to be you, and it can be simple and tell people what they're getting. You can even just have it be food and then tell them in the post what they're going to get. It's totally up to you. And you will kind of learn what works as you go. So that's a little bit about how to advertise. Now, when you make your actual advertisement for the group, it's important that in your post on Facebook that you write in there how many spots you have. And I have found that 30 to 35 people, no more than 35 is a good size for a free group. So if you're working with other coaches, keep that in mind. Maybe you're going to take 15 and that person's going to take 15. If you're running it yourself, which I did by my 3rd month, I think my 2nd one I paired up with coaches, but from then I always ran them by myself, and I always tried to be right around 30. When it's more than that, it's a little hard to keep up with. The group doesn't run as well. It gets a little big, but not everybody posts in a free group. So even if you have 30, don't feel like, oh my gosh, I can't keep up on 30 people myself. A lot of times only 10, 12 people are posting. You are putting up an image like this, and you want to make sure that on that image you have the start date. Hopefully there's a picture of you, and you kind of tell people what they're getting, like what it is, like a free group. And then in your advertisement, you want to make sure you reiterate when it's starting and the maximum capacity. So like you might say at the top of it, have you fallen off the bandwagon since January 1st with your health and fitness goals? Have you intended to, whatever, but you haven't focused enough on your nutrition, or you don't really know what it means to eat clean, and maybe you haven't been able to get to the gym, just need some extra accountability or motivation or whatever. I'm starting a free 5-day group on Monday that'll give you free access to top-notch at-home workouts. It'll give you, recipes galore and a clean eating meal plan to follow for the week, grocery list. You'll get accountability and tips and free prizes. If you're interested, 30 spots, first come, first serve. If you're interested, drop your email below. Now, what I do is I ask for their email address below, because I used to do all of these steps and it took me a long time. And now I have found what I think is the quickest way versus all these different PMs going back and forth and stuff. What I do, and I'll show you, if you're on a cell phone, you can just go to the Coach mobile app. If you're on the computer, Coach mobile app, if you haven't used it and sold anything to a customer before, is how we enroll people with a challenge pack or as a coach or whatever. So it's your Team Beachbody email and password. And once you've entered that, you can enroll people. So what I do automatically now, it says that you have permission. And I do this because I know that anybody that wants to be in my free group is okay with like a free account being created for them. If they don't like it, they can unsubscribe and cancel it, right? But it just creates a free account with them for Team Beachbody, and that is how they'll be able to access the workouts for free. So since I'm telling them in the post, they'll be able to do the workouts for free. I know that if they want to be in the group, they want those workouts. So I go ahead and create this free account for them. And then it's up to them if they create the free trial of Beachbody on demand or not. This just creates one with Beachbody. So I go ahead and I will enter in an email. Okay. So let's say I type in blah, 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 blah at gmail.com. Then I'm going to go down here and type in enroll new customer. So once they've dropped their email below, when people start commenting on the post, they freak out no matter what they say. If they say interested, or I'm in, or I want a spot, or me girl, or they, if they just drop their email, I respond like, great girl, like adding you in tomorrow, or awesome, you're in, or I've got you a spot. If they didn't give you their email and you asked for it, you can either comment, PM me your email and I'll get you in, or you can just shoot them a PM, however you want to do it. Now, so after you put an email, first name, last name. Then you're going to go down here. It's all you need to put in is their first and last name, and then you click enroll without purchase because this is a free membership for them. And then you click submit, and that will send them an email from Team Beachbody that they have a free basic membership, and that's awesome. What this means for you is that when you log into your back office now, your Coach Online office, you will see a notification that you have one new customer. Although this person didn't buy anything, they are now your customer. So if they choose to buy anything from Beachbody in the future from, like they like your group and they forget to tell you or reach out to you, but they decide they want to try Beachbody On Demand for a quarter, or they want to buy Shakeology, or they want to get a sampler, you're going to get the credit. And that will be the case, forever. So, however, there is one thing that you need to know. And I found out this the hard way. A lot of people already have Team Beachbody accounts and they don't know it because they did a free group with somebody. They never bought anything. They didn't know, how it worked, and the coach created a free account for them like this, or they just purchased something a long time ago and forgot or whatever. So I had somebody this happened with last time. So let's say this person right here. I think this was one I tried earlier. Enroll a new customer, and you're going to get this notification. The person you are attempting to enroll is an existing Team Beachbody customer and cannot be re-enrolled or sold products through this application unless you enroll them as a new coach. We're not doing. So, because I would charge them. So what I know, if you ever see this, that means that you have to reach out to them and either get an alternate email address, or you need to do a coach switch, which means that their old coach will not be notified, but you make them your customer. In order to do that, you need their email address that was registered with Team Beachbody, the one you're using, and you need either the last 4 digits of their card number, which I've never asked for because I didn't think anybody would ever want to give it to me. So instead of that, the other option is to get their order number. I tell them to go into their email and search for Team Beachbody and see what their last order number was. If they don't want to do that, they can just give you a new email. A lot of people have like a work email and a regular personal one, so they can give you a different one. Choice is theirs. If this doesn't work, they're like, oh no, I don't want to be enrolled in anything or have a membership, I still add them to the group. I think it's really important to show my true colors and to show that, it's not like I was trying to make you my customer or have you purchase something. Like, I want them to know, this is just how they can access those workouts for free. If they don't want to do that, that's fine. They can still be in the group. I still want to add value to everybody's life. I want as a Beachbody coach, as a coach, as me and my brand and what I hope my team is the same way. I want everybody to leave me better than they found me. So I want to leave them better than I found them. So I want to be adding value in this group, and there's no strings attached. If they don't ever purchase, that's totally fine. I can feel confident in knowing that as a coach, I am just having this ripple effect in the whole entire social networking world around me by doing these groups and everything, whether or not I have had so many people message me and thank me for motivating them to work out every day that have never been my customer, never been in a free group, never done a challenge group, anything like that. And that's awesome to me. That's what matters. So, and I think that's the coach that you want to be too, and that's why you're here. So, when people start to respond, like I said, to your advertisement, you do all that. And let's say your post bombs, which is terribly. I refuse to accept no for an answer. I refuse to. I could just say, well, nobody likes it. My market's not interested. No, I had this happen to me, and I refuse to be small-minded. And I refuse to limit myself. So I prayed about it, and I was like, what can I do? And I advertised in some groups where it seemed to be allowed. One of them filled up instantly, 30-something. With that one, those people were not my friends, so I told them to shoot me a friend request and PM me their email. That was what I put in the post, 30 spots, shoot me a friend request, and PM me if you're interested in being in the group. And you better believe my inbox filled up. I had up 30 new friends automatically, which is awesome for my network, and I had a full group. So really, really cool. But even when I had times that I just could not get anybody interested, I posted at garage sale sites, I posted on my page, I was inviting, I was like, I'm going to start inviting. And I would shoot off 15 or 20, invites a day for 2 or 3 days before the group to try to get people in. And I would ask them to invite a friend or family member. And then when the group starts, I would let them add people in, and I'll get to that in a minute. So like I said, you just have to have that no excuse mentality. I'm going to make it happen. This is my business. I will take it to the next step. I'll do whatever I need to do to get customers in and to make this worth my while and other people's. So that shows you how to enroll people. After this, once they're enrolled as a customer, then I go on over to my email. And I will, if you're my one of my coaches, my personally sponsored coaches, I will forward this to you. It does not let me upload the free clean eating the week of the meal plan to a Facebook group or even into our file section. It's too big. So what I've done here is I have created a 5-day clean eating meal plan that people can follow. And if you decide to do a 7-day group like I did this last time, I just told them that they'll get recipes all week and they can duplicate something from earlier in the week or whatever that they can eat on the weekend. So this email, I'm not going to spend the time reading it to you. introduces myself, thanks them for being interested in the group, tells them I can't wait to get them started feeling better. I tell them the group is up and running and that I'm plugging them in right after I send them this email, but that this is the meal plan for the week, that there's information in there with swaps and all kinds of stuff and recipes and a grocery list, and that also that they can click on this link to create a free account with Team Beachbody. And I will show you how to make the link that's your own. What you can actually do instead of me showing you, there's a link generator in the back office when you're logged into your Coach Online office. You can go under business tools, and I think the third one down is like product tools or something. And like when you scroll down a little bit on that page, it says link generator, and it allows you to make a link to any product or program or service that we offer by putting in your Coach ID and your Team Beachbody like username. Like mine is KM McCluskey, and I put in and then it will generate links for everything. So you can copy and paste the one for a free Beachbody on demand trial and put it in here. And that way when they click on it, it takes them right to your website, that part of your page where they don't have to wonder where to go or what to sign up for, and they can just put in their information. Now, this does not charge them. You can also just take this link from my email or from your coach, the email they send you, copy and paste this, and just change the last 6 digits to your Coach ID, and it'll work just the same. So if you don't know how to do the link generator, that's fine. Just do that. That's what I do a lot. And so then I tell them that they don't have to sign up for this free trial, but if they want to access the workouts, I've attached also a BOD workout schedule to this, where it's just like what workouts they can do for free for 5 days. Because this one is not the all access one. It's just like the old school Beachbody on Demand. So it's a sample workout of all of these ones. So they can do, like, I think the one from 21 Day Fix is cardio fix versus total body cardio. The one is cardio 1 from 22 Minute Hardcore. I think it's country swing from country heat. And so I put those ones on there that they can do, and the 3-week yoga retreat, stuff like that. And they can change that if they want to. It's just a suggestion. So they get the email, the workout schedule, the week of clean eating with the recipes and everything, and then the way to access their Beachbody on Demand to create that free account. So they have all the information they need, and I tell them that they will have to put in a credit card information to get a free trial of BOD, but that it will not charge them. And I can assure them of that I run these groups every month. It's never happened. It will only charge them after 30 days if they forget to cancel, but I will remind them at the end of the group to cancel. And it gives them enough time to try a bunch of workouts. So the great service, I tell them I hope they're excited about it and that they can trial these things for free, and I can't wait to get them going. So this is my email. You can use mine as long as you want. Eventually, it's a great idea to create your own meal plan. You can even just copy and paste, mine or your coach's, and just put your contact information on it so it looks like it's yours. But for now, you can just, let's simplify as new coaches and just get you some results. First, use anything that your coach has or that I have to help you get started. So then I shoot off this email to them, and then it's to create the group. So what I do, if you've never created a group before, if this is your first one, when you go to Facebook, you come over here on the side under Explore, it says Groups. So I click on Groups. Then up here, Create Group. Name your group, blah, blah, blah. Add some people. I'm going to add my husband to this one just because he won't care. And then I'm going to click Create. So you would create your people. Now, this says a closed group, and that's what I recommend so other people can't see all the posts. I usually pick a shoe, or if it's a clean eating one, like an apple. And now you have a group created. You've made the name. What you can do for the image, you can go and find one of those clean eating images, and you can make your own if you want on PicMonkey, or I always just they'll find one of apples or foods or whatever and make that the background, or if it's a fitness one, you can do that as well. You can even search like fall into fitness free challenge or something, like fall free challenges, and then so you can add that up there as an image for your group, and then you can add in your members over here. And you are ready to make your first post. But what I would do over here under the edit description is make a quick description of your group, like what it is, what you guys are going to be doing. And then your post, like the very first post I make on like either Thursday night or Friday morning, that's in the script that's in our file section for a 5 or 7 day group, depending on what you are doing. I've created all these scripts and things. You guys can use them as long as you want. Eventually, I would totally suggest making your own scripts or just tweaking them, changing them, putting in your own tips, what you would have liked from a free group, all that stuff. But for now, just use what's there for you to get results. System duplication, it just works. So once you've got all that, the only other thing to mention is under here, go up to this little 3-dot thing and go down to edit group settings. If you've decided to ask people to invite their friends in, what I choose to do right now, any member can add or approve members. So that means that you could have a group of 30 people and then log in tomorrow and there's 50 or 60 people in here. I felt like that was utter chaos. I didn't know who these people were. They weren't my friend on Facebook. I didn't have any email address for them, any way to get them the information. And so I prefer to make this right here to change the setting to any member can add members, but I have to approve it. So I'll be able to get a notification in the morning that like these 3 people want to be added to this group. And then I can shoot them a PM directly. It'll probably go to their others folder, but usually Facebook lets everybody get notified if they have any messages now. And I can just say, hey, my name's Kim. Thank you so much for, your interest in my clean eating group. I would love to have you. And it's probably just some friend that, suggested that they do this with them. So if you know who it is, like, hey, I know your friend Sarah, added you to this group. I would love to have you. And get you, get to know you a little bit better in the group. All I need is your email address, and I can shoot you the meal plan for the week with and how to access the workouts. And once I get their email, if they don't respond, if I don't get their email, if anybody doesn't want a free account created for them, they don't want to give me their email address, still add them in. Like I said, I'm adding free value. I'm helping people. I don't make that a requirement to be in the group. So that's all you need to do. Make sure that you save this, though, that you save the setting down here at the bottom. Otherwise, it won't work. And that's all you need to do with that. And then you've got your group ready to post. Okay, so what else? What to advertise, how to advertise, where to advertise. Like I said, if you're doing it in like garage sale sites, make sure that it's okay so you don't get kicked out of a group. And there's a lot of ways that you can just honestly invite to this. It's a great way to practice inviting. Like I said, you might want to do 15 a day for 3 days. There's a lot of people that are looking for something that works. So you can absolutely practice inviting with that. And then in this group, you need to lead by example. So if you're posting a challenge, you need to do it first. Do it as soon as you can. People that have not been in a group before, they don't know how it works. So even when you tell them, squat challenge, take your timer, and they'll need to see you screenshot it on your phone and upload like how long you held that squat. They're going to need to see you in a plank or whatever. So it's important that you always do it first. The free groups require a lot of energy, so you have to put your all into this. You're trying to attract potential clients. You want to wow them. You want them to feel like they need to continue on with you because you are passionate and you are awesome and your groups are awesome. So I give these as much of my energy and attention as I can, and that's what you want to do as well, to hopefully bring them on in. And then if you are going to be doing any kind of free prizes, I highly recommend, from learning this the wrong way, that rather than waiting until the group is over and going back through all the posts and trying to add them up, that you do it every day. So all day Monday people can post, and maybe I give them 2 points toward a prize for the daily challenge and 1 point for any time they post their food. Tuesday morning, I'm going to go back through all the posts for Wednesday and write down people's names who posted and add up those points. Because sometimes people post beneath the daily challenge. Other times they make their own posts. They're all over the place. It's confusing. And they all get pulled up back up into the newsfeed at all different times based on when people comment on them. And at the end of the week, it's just utter chaos. And it takes a lot of time. So I recommend keeping up on tallying the points as you go. If you are running a group with multiple people, assign them, okay, this person's going to post Monday through Wednesday. This person's going to post Thursday through like Friday or Saturday. And this person's going to tally the points the whole week, or the first half of the week, and somebody else the second half. If you're going to be doing free prizes, and you can do things like TJ Maxx, you guys, you can get Under Armour headbands for $5.99. You can get free samples of Shakeology. So all kinds of ideas. Like I said, you can use my script or your coach's script at the beginning, make your own eventually. I highly encourage to make that energy more in the group, to go live in the group on Facebook, to make your own video. At the very first group, when you're as an apprentice and you're just adding people in, your coach is running it, they're going to have their video and all their things up. Once it's your first group, I would highly recommend that one of you, or if you're running it yourself, by the 3rd month as a coach, you should absolutely have your own video up. And this is not scary, guys. This is a constantly, this business is going to push you out of your comfort zone, but that's how you're going to grow and get good at it. I was so nervous for my first one. I felt like I had no idea what I was doing. So I went to my coach's page and I found her 5-day free clean eating fitness, video, welcome video. And I took notes on everything she said, and I got in front of a camera and I said the same things. That's what I did. So do that with mine. I love you too, honey. So I did that on mine, and that's exactly what you can do. Take mine, take Stephanie's, whoever your coach is, and just, and use whatever they've done. Okay. And that will help you, how do I move this, you guys? Okay. And that will help you get started with a video, and eventually down the road you can change it, but it puts your face on it. You're building your brand. You're building up a reputation and a rapport with people that you are the coach. You don't want to be hiding behind your coach any longer than need be for that first month or so. So Also for prizes, by the way, you guys can do $10 off of a challenge pack, $15. So if you're a new coach and you're like, I don't have money to get prizes, don't stress it. Like, your coach will be the one doing the prizes for the first group. But after that, if you still feel like you don't in your second month, then just remember that you are always welcome to just do that, so that you're getting money, you're selling them a challenge pack. You know, when you get that commission, you're going to give them the $10 back or whatever. And you can send a check or transfer money to their account depending on your bank, and you're all set. So, following up. So after your group is over, hopefully I make some final posts about if you want to continue on with me, comment below, da, da, da. But I follow up with everybody, you guys. If my group ends on a Friday, I'm using the weekend to follow up. If my group ends on a Sunday, I'm following up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I follow up with every single person that was added to the group. I thank them for being there. I thank them for trusting me to lead them through that week. I ask them how they're feeling, what they felt, what kind of results they get. If they were somebody that never posted, I asked them what happened. You know, that I know that they were looking to lose some weight. Was it just bad timing, or did the group setting not work for them? You know, I want to always keep the conversation going. I want to always keep people talking and building a relationship and connecting with people. And I want them to know that I care and that I noticed if they didn't post. That all this stuff shows the kind of coach that you are. Then of course, if it's someone that said it was bad timing, I let them know the date of the next one, or invite them to the next one, or write them down. I track. My business is so important. If they're interested in joining a challenge group, but they can't this month, this and that. I write all that down so I know when to follow up with them. So you guys, at the beginning, it's so important when you're a new coach to be doing free groups that are fitness and health related. But at some point, you're going to feel like they're just not working anymore. They're fizzling out. Your market knows what to expect. They've seen it. They've done it. Whatever. At that point, down the road, then you can try whatever you're passionate about. A 5-day prayer challenge, a 5-day get organized group, 5 or 7-day couponing group, or get free group, or whatever it is you're good at, whatever it is you're passionate about. Do that, because it's all about building relationships with people. So it doesn't have to be fitness and clean eating. It definitely should be for a while, like at least the first 5 or 6 months as a coach or beyond. And then I still sprinkle them in and do them for my new coaches, of course. But it's all about building relationships. It doesn't have to be Beachbody at all. Like, you are selling yourself. You are branding yourself. It is the lifestyle that you are living, that you are selling now. It's you that you're selling to people, really. That's why they're going to want to join you, is because they fall in love with you. So you can show them you in whatever group you're passionate about, almost even more than health and fitness. So don't be afraid to branch out when you feel like it's not working for you anymore. What happened to me, I refused to accept no as an answer, but sometimes it was like I was banging my head on a door. And so eventually I was like, what can I do? And I came up with that debt-free group, because we had just recently gotten debt-free. Of course, if you are not debt-free, you should not run a debt-free group if you've not been on that way learning all of that. But it worked for me. And so whatever it is that you're passionate about that you do that, and always run a free group, no matter how long. I can not stress that enough. You guys, there's tons of training calls on how to run free groups. I definitely recommend looking up Melanie Mitro's page. She has some great tips and tricks for running free groups. Anita Myron, there's all kinds of free training out there. So do not let this be the end of it. This should get you started. I hope it helps you. I hope your free groups are awesome at the beginning. Any questions, please comment below, reach out to me or your coach, and always continue that to further that training, to master your skill set, you want to be the best of the best. There's tons of free training out there, so utilize it. Rock those free groups, and I'll be talking to you soon.